welcome back to another video. It's Cassie. So as you can see from the title itself, in this video I'm going to share with you 10 tips for incoming Dlsu Froshies or freshman students. But before all of that, if you're new to my channel, kindly hit that subscribe button and also click the bell button if you want to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Also, you might want to follow my social media handles. On Instagram, it's at @CLRXCSI, and it's the same with my Twitter. But just a short disclaimer, everything that I'll be sharing with you is just based on my own experience. However, I try to make it as general as possible so that it will be applicable to everyone, including you, since you're watching this video right now. Okay, so assuming that we are already way past beyond the accounting process, which is basically the paying of your confirmation fee, the paying of your tuition fee, and also receiving your ID. So basically you're just here waiting for school to start again. However, I'm not really sure what the plans of the VCA for this year, since that we are in a pandemic right now. But let's just pretend that we are going back to the normal sometime soon, and that you will still experience that freshman first day, freshman orientation and everything. Alright, so for the first step, join the Dlsu freshman groups or GCs on Facebook. So for my case, since I am a 119 student, I joined the unofficial group, the Dlsu 119, and I think it was also the group where I get to ask somebody if there was a GC for our block. So I was kind of late when I was added in the group, but it was still, I think, a month before college started, so it's pretty okay. And aside from that, you're going to see another group which is basically for your own college. So I am from the College of Liberal Arts, and our Facebook group is the Dlsu ID 119 College of Liberal Arts. So since you are a incoming freshman student, I am going to assume that they're going to make a group that's called 120, because if you haven't noticed on your student ID number, which is also on your ID, it starts with the year that you were enrolled in. So I was enrolled in 2019, that's why I am a 119 student. And for incoming Dlsu freshman students, you are considered to be 120s or 120s. This is very important because you are also going to see a lot of information there, like what to do, what not to do on your orientation day, which is called the lpep. It's actually a 2-day orientation. lpep stands for LaSallian Personal Effectiveness Program, and as early as now you might want to follow their page, which is called LaSallian Personal Effectiveness Program. They're the ones responsible for your welcoming party or program rather. Second tip, do not be late or absent on your assigned lpep schedule, because you might not know, but lpep is actually a requirement for you to graduate. So if you're thinking of ditching the orientation itself, you might want to reconsider that, because whether you like it or not, they are going to let you retake it, and I think it wouldn't be a pleasant experience if you're going to retake it and it's with another batch, which is not your batch. And yeah, so basically just don't be late on your first day, because the call time is really early. You have to wake up maybe 5 or even 4:30 in the morning, because I think registration starts at 7 and the program proper starts at 8. So it's a whole day orientation for freshman students. Third tip, make sure to bring all required documents and submit them on your lpep day. So I can't really remember all the documents that were required of us. That is why I'm asking you to follow the lpep page of the Dlsu, because that's where they are gonna post all the important documents that you must bring on the lpep day itself. But I think the most important ones that I passed was the medical record and my EAF. So if you don't know, EAF stands for Enrollment Assessment Form. It's basically the small paper that they hand you after you enrolled. It contains your class schedule, your subjects, section, and all the other personal information. Fourth tip, activate your my.lasalle account as early as possible. So this is basically the university portal, and it's a gateway for you to access the other platforms that we are using in the Dlsu. So I'm going to show a picture of what it looks like, and you can visit that website by going to my.dlsu.edu.ph. So basically on the homepage of this website, you are going to see the text which is highlighted in green. It says activate your account, and you're going to click that, and you're just basically Facebook. Set up your user ID and your password. Your user ID is basically your own student ID number, so you don't really have to think about it, but you have to think very carefully of your password, because LaSalle requires an alphanumeric password. Basically, it contains a caps lock, a non-capital letter, and also a special character. So you might want to think of that properly so that you don't forget your password. Fifth tip, don't be late on your first day. So I get the feeling that it's first day, you want to chill and everything, and you're just freshman students, but I'm telling you, do not be late on your first day, because freshman students are all allocated or distributed on the Andrew building. So basically, all of you are there, and you are going to expect a long line at Andrew building. So you might as well be extra early. 30 minutes ahead of your first class would be good, so that you don't get stuck by the long line or the traffic, as we call it, at the Andrew ground floor. So yeah, be early, because you don't know, your first prof might be your worst prof, because he or she might be terror, and you don't want to make a bad impression on your first day. So be a little early, dress up nice, hang with your block or your found clique. Sixth tip, the Dlsu instructure / canvas / animospace basically is the same thing. I'm saying this because I was confused the first time, because our LaSallian ambassadors told us that it was the animospace. But then when I had my first day, our teacher asked us if we already activated our Canvas account. And I said, what was Canvas? What's the difference between Canvas and the Dlsu instructure and animospace? Turns out they're basically the same thing. So you don't have to stress about what's Canvas, what's animospace, what's the Dlsu instructor. So basically, dlsuinstructor.com is just, when you are on your laptop and you're trying to access it via your laptop. So just type that, dlsu.instructor.com, and you're going to see the Canvas. And then Canvas is basically the real name of the platform or the application, because it's also available on Play Store or Apple Store, and you can download it so that on the go you get notified whenever your teacher is going to post an assignment or like a sudden discussion thread. So it's really important that you have it on your phone or on your iPad. And animospace is basically just LaSalle trying to put a kind of touch to it, like this is a LaSallian platform, so that's why we call it animospace. But either way, I think we usually just call it Canvas because it's much easy to remember. 7th tip, don't violate the dress code policy. I am saying this because I have been caught by a discipline officer, and on the first day they are going to orient you on how they are strict with the dress code, especially for the girls. Of course, they are going to distribute the handbook as well on the first day, so you might want to take a look. I'm not asking you to read the whole student handbook because I know nobody really reads it. My advice for you guys, especially the girls, is that you might want to take a picture of the dress code so that you get to be reminded and you don't get a offense, you know, especially if you're running for Latin honors like me. I think it's really best that you keep in mind what is the proper dress or thing to wear. 8th tip, join orgs during org week. So this is the most fun part of becoming a freshie because you get to experience all the buzz, you know, all the seniors roaring at you, hi, join our org and everything. So expect that. It's going to be noisy for like how many weeks because, you know, Dlsu has a lot of orgs, I can tell you. And my advice for you is that if you are someone who is basically just a social butterfly and wants to join a lot of orgs, that's okay, but make sure that you can still balance it with your academics. Number 9th tip, choose your circle of friends wisely kasi sila na yung makakasama mo for the rest of your first term and second term in Dlsu as a freshman student. So, you know, college, you might think na parang, oh, everyone's just so welcoming, everyone is so nice. But let's get real here. You are going to have your own personal group, whether you like it or not. And you're going to experience that even on the first day, people are just scattered towards their own clique, towards their own group. Yet, they're nice. However, of course, we're human beings and we're needing of social belongingness. So I think it's important that you choose who your friends are going to be. Because if those friends are the people that you cannot depend on academically, girl, I'm telling you, your life is ruined. But yeah, so just enjoy it. I mean, kasi ako, I know a person when I see one. Like, I know if this person is disciplined, if this person is good to be with, and if this person values the same values that I have. So yeah. 10th and last tip for this video. Aim 4.0s for your GEs, but also make the most out of your frosh life. For your first and second term, you're going to have general subjects. And if you're someone like me, running for Latin honors, then I think it's best na humata ka na ngayon. I think it's best that you do your best for the first and second term because that will definitely help you in your GWA. But don't also pressure yourself and just, ay, 4 lang, 4, like wala ka ng social life. Don't try to pressure yourself kasi first day, I think talaga may competition na yan and some people are going to be more outspoken than you. But it doesn't mean that you need to degrade yourself because you already proved yourself. You entered or you passed the DCAT because you are definitely worthy more than you think you are. And just enjoy your life as a Froshie because it's just 1 year that you get to be a Froshie. And also utilize our library. You know, our library is really a good place to stay. and sleep. The library is very accessible to you and utilize it because you are paying for that. This sums up this whole video. I hope you liked all the tips that I shared with you, and if you have any more questions, I'd be more than willing to answer them. You may comment it down below, or you can just choose to message me on my social media handles, especially on Instagram because I'm most active there. And I hope you give this video a thumbs up and also share it to your friends, and I'll be seeing you on my next video.